Alrighty, guys, so we have 5 oversold stocks to break down in this video. You all know the drill. We're going to go over the charts, my thoughts, entry, exit points, all that good stuff. And I think 3 of these companies just reported earnings, so we're going to break down some earnings as well in this video. So hit the like button. Of course, make sure to subscribe. And if you guys have not gotten up to 15 stocks yet for Moomoo, use that link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo and you can get up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, guys. The clock's ticking. Again, use that link down below. We'll talk more about that later. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So, yeah, we have 5 oversold stocks to break down today, and we might as well just dive right into it. So let's start off with one that I can't even remember the last time we've talked about. It is Hershey's, guys. HSY is the ticker, and I believe somebody on my TikTok live recently put this one on my radar. My TikTok's down below, guys. I actually have 2 accounts. My backup is at StasSurfS, and of course, my main account is at StasTalkStocks, so make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok. I appreciate you, but on my live, somebody mentioned Hershey's, and I was like, or Hershey, and man, this stock has been destroyed. It got all the way down to $178 per share after just being at $270 recently, and I think the all-time high, what is the all-time high? $277 almost. So Hershey's is down big time, and the company just reported earnings, and mind you guys, this stock has slowly been reversing. You guys see that golden cross? You notice how we're above the moving averages and how when earnings came out, the stock shot up? Yeah. Let's break these earnings down very quickly, and who knows, man, this could be going towards 200 plus in no time. Time will tell. So it looks like they beat EPS on an adjusted basis, $2.02 versus the $1.95 expected, but they did slightly miss on sales, $2.66 billion versus $2.7 billion expected, so a slight miss there on sales, nothing too crazy there. And let's see, anything here about the dividend? Yeah, they raised their quarterly dividend to $1.37, which is great. If you're a dividend investor, you love seeing that, the fact that they raised their dividend, and it looks like the stock positively reacted to the earnings. I mean, look, before earnings, we were at 195, and it shot all the way up to about 210 after earnings, and now we're consolidating at about 195, again, pretty much right where we were before earnings. So overall, I think HSY is way oversold. They reported pretty solid numbers, and really, I'm looking to see if it retakes that 200, 210 level, especially 210. If we do start getting out of there, this could be breaking out like no other, at least in my opinion. And mind you, it's probably not going to happen overnight. This is a stock that, well, I can tell you for sure it's not going to happen overnight. This is a stock that's going to take probably a little bit to play out. But yeah, Hershey is one that I'm watching, HSY, and I figured let me cover it. Why not here in this video? So INTC is another one that I might have covered in my last oversold video, potentially. I think I do one of these per week. Either way, we're covering it here again, as it is down about $8-9 from the recent highs, and I still think it's pretty oversold and clearly still in an uptrend, guys. So we're looking to maybe get in here on the dip, potentially, or at least I'm looking to do that. Please do your own research and trade at your own risk, guys. But we can see here Intel is at $43, and mind you, today when I'm making this video on Friday, it went up around 2%. So we had a pretty good green day on Intel today, 2%, and we actually broke back over the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart here, and now we have quite a ways to go until we hit the 180 SMA, which is at about $46. Then if that breaks, we could be going up even more on Intel. So I'm liking the way that we're consolidating. Now we're starting to turn it to the upside a little bit, but we're not fully breaking out yet, so keep that in mind. But yeah, man, if this thing starts pushing mid-high 40s, we could be in for another run on this stock. So I'm watching it very closely. I'm going to set my alert now at $44. Might as well do that at 44. Mark is that we're above 44. There we go. So Intel is one that I'm watching. Pinterest as well. This one's down about 9.5% as of Friday here after the company reported earnings. Let me see what they reported here, guys. Bear with me. I think they did miss on revenue, which is why the stock got hit, but not by that much. And guidance for the next quarter, or for this quarter that we're in, is pretty good. Q1, they see revenue of 690 to 705 million versus 702 expected, so pretty much right in line. And it looks like they did beat adjusted EPS, 53 cents versus 51 cents expected. Sales barely missed by about $7-8 million. It came in. The revenue number came in at 981 million. The estimate was 989. So yeah, they did miss on sales, but not really the end of the world. And the fact that guidance for Q1 sales is decent, I'm liking that. That's good in my personal opinion. And I think their monthly active users, I was reading it in an article before, not really seeing it right here right now, but it looks like we do have a couple buy ratings. Goldman Sachs has a buy rating. Looks like Wedbush just raised their price target to $38. But yeah, I think Pinterest, as we, let the dust settle a little bit, this could be a rebound candidate, at least in my opinion. Of course, again, trade at your own risk, guys. But yeah, PINS, watching it very closely. Let me see, what else do we have on the list, guys? This one might be a bit controversial. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. And actually, wait, before we talk about it, do not forget to get those free stocks from Moomoo, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. Listen, guys, all you have to do is use that link down below, open up your account, and fund it with at least $100. Once you do that, you get 5 stocks. And if you fund your account with at least $1,000 on top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, and each of those could be valued up to $2,000, guys. So get on it. Use that Moomoo link down below. And now let's talk about this one that might be controversial. It's Snapchat, which I think, you guys know, it gets beaten down every time after earnings, it feels like. But another thing worth mentioning is it feels like it rebounds every time after it gets beaten down after earnings. So this could potentially be a trading opportunity as the dust settles. Of course, I'm not just going to go in on Monday morning and just buy a bunch of Snapchat here, but I'm going to give it a couple of days. If we do start to get consolidation in the 11s here, I wouldn't mind picking up a little bit, kind of as a midterm swing trade, short midterm swing trade, maybe a couple of weeks. I'd be willing to hold it. And, the risk is it does bleed down to about $9, which I'd have a stop loss just in case. But in this $10, $11 window, we could be getting ready potentially for a snapback. Obviously, we're not seeing any signs of that right now. But again, as the dust settles a bit, people forget about earnings. I mean, you guys look. I mean, if you see on the yearly chart here, we've done this time and time again. We had a huge gap down, and yes, it did bleed a little bit after in August, which I guess that's not the best example, but ultimately it rocketed back up. So if you held for a couple months there on that dip, boom, you would have made money. Here, it dipped big time in April, May. So a couple months ago, about half a year ago now, 8 months ago, whatever that is, close to a year ago, actually. Geez, guys, time's running away. But yeah, back in April, May of 2023, we dumped down to $8. Then we rebounded big time to $13. So keep in mind, man, this stock has done this time and time again. And this range right here, $9, $10, $11, if you're looking for a swing, might not be a bad accumulation range, at least in my opinion. And that's kind of how I'm looking at it, kind of as a riskier trade. I mean, this thing is very volatile. Keep that in mind. But yeah, Snapchat, it's one that I'm watching here as it is oversold. But this one probably will take some time to, consolidate a bit. Maybe see a rally from there. We'll see. And the reason why they sold off, let's see here. They reported earnings, and I'm not actually able to see all the earnings or all the numbers here. But it looks like revenue did miss. Yeah, revenue missed. EPS beat, though. Cautious guidance. Yeah, so maybe we'll dive into the earnings in another video. But Snap got hit. Watching that on the weakness. And the last one for the video, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I appreciate you all for tuning in till the end. If you did, you guys are awesome. Let me know in the comments. Say stuck till the end or something like that. I don't know. Say something in the comments, guys, and hit that like button if for some reason you have not done so already. I appreciate you all. So Tyson Foods is pretty beaten down about $9 from the recent highs we hit. 61 recently. Now we're at 52. It's down about 14% in just the past couple of days after the company reported earnings. And let me see what they did. if I can see it, 69 cents adjusted EPS, which beat the 41 cents expected, and sales beat as well, 13.32 billion versus 13.27 billion expected. So they beat EPS and they beat on sales, it looks like, which is good. They expect full year revenue to be flat year over year, adjusted operating income of $1 to $1.5 billion. So yeah, guys, really at this point, what I'm watching out for when it comes to Tyson Foods is to see if it bounces off this 180 SMA, or at least consolidates first, followed by a bounce, which it's right around $52, $53 as of right now. So this would be a key spot for it to consolidate, as it is pretty oversold after it reported pretty solid numbers, at least in my opinion. So yeah, Tyson Foods, Hershey, Snapchat, Pinterest, and Intel, those are the 5 stocks that I'm watching super closely right now, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to get to 50,000 subs this year, and I believe it's possible, and I can't do it without you guys, so I appreciate you all for tuning in. I'll catch you later.